Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the Nomadic Toolbox. My name is Al. I'll be your host this evening. What am I talking about? It's the morning. So I wanted to talk about technology a little bit. Technology's limitations in the current age, the problem with the development of technology. And not only that, but the release of technology to the public. I covered this yesterday during my shave session. Kind of an impromptu video yesterday. To be honest, they all are impromptu. What I was talking about is how technology gets stifled. The technology that you think is relevant right now, or the technology you think that is so advanced right now, is nothing compared to what tech is actually out there. Because these companies, let's say you come out with something, a product that's absolutely incredible. Let's say the CEO catches wind of it. The CEO says, hey, you know what? This is great. This new tech is allowing us to produce this product for, 50% cheaper. That's a lot, but it's possible. It's happened. Now we can produce our product 50% cheaper. So do you honestly think those savings get passed down to the consumer? Do you think the product, let's say it's some sort of I don't know, it could be a darn PlayStation controller. I got a PS5 or something like that. Let's say now they can produce it for half the cost, or even just a component of it for half the cost, a microchip or something. The CEO or whoever is in charge of making these decisions does not make the product cost less because of that. Heck, they probably won't even get the information out there. They won't even let it out so people know, oh, guess what? Now they're producing this product a lot cheaper. So we're entitled to some sort of savings. No. Because technology by nature, that's how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to make everything easier, cheaper, faster. It's supposed to be actually deflationary. Technology is deflationary. It's supposed to make your life easier. It's supposed to make things easier. And it makes everything cheaper, makes everything more fluid. They're able to produce this product for 50% less. Now those savings should get passed down to the consumer. That's just one product. Now imagine if that happened since the beginning of technology. No, the beginning of capitalism. I don't know. I'm not sure. So what happens instead? What happens instead is that the companies just pocket the money. They line their pockets with the extra money. And again, if this happens over and over and over again within the same company over a period of 30, 40 years, let's say, heck, even 5 years, and it's not allowed, technology is not allowed to be deflationary, then we don't get the benefits from it. That's what I'm saying. You think the tech that you have right now is advanced and sophisticated and makes your life easier? They only let it get this much easier, a little bit easier, because here's another point. I think I covered this yesterday too. Let's say they come out with a new awesome piece of revolutionary tech. Let's say it's the iPhone, right? Guess what? They're not going to release the iPhone with 20 features, right? They're not going to have like 20 of, let's say, the best features. They're not going to put all the effort they can, all the investment they can possible into this one device and then sell it in one big bang, boom. The risk there is that after people buy that product up and you come out with the next year's model, if you don't have anything to offer, then you're not gonna be selling that product. That's a problem for a company who needs to be making consistent growth over a period of years, right? It's not about how much money they made on this one item. It's about how much money they can rake in consistently over the years, or at least over the year, right? The quarterly income, the earnings reports and all that. So, yeah, obviously that's a major problem. And I don't really know what the solution is, but they stifle the technology. They slowly release the technology to us. They don't let it all out. They don't let the cat out of the bag. They don't let everybody get everything that they should get. You know, the technology is supposed to come out, and you should think, release it to the public. That's what this world should be like. And but because of it's greed, right? Self-interest, is that the word? They let a slow trickle of technology out. Like, here's the iPhone, and here's the basic features. Now next year, on one of these apps, one of these features of the phone, we're gonna make that a little better. So you got to buy this one now. You got to buy this one next year. And then the next year comes around, and what do? Same thing. They don't upgrade everything. Boom, makes it 100% better. They can upgrade the processor 10 steps, but instead they only do it 2 steps, you know? And then they call it, oh wow, it's the latest and greatest. I can't believe it. You got to buy this thing. It's frustrating because it shows you that life could be so much less complicated. Life could be so much easier for all of us if the people on top weren't hoarding and controlling everything. And you'd think that the tech would eventually, some tech doesn't even make it out to the public because it contradicts what, it goes against their earnings. Let's say it's in the energy field, and now you got this new blockchain coming out that's going to revolutionize the energy industry. Guess what? The energy companies are gonna push back against this thing. And they're gonna push back so hard, and they're gonna try to bury it and make it to where no one ever sees it. So then it'll never gain traction. And this is just so that they can keep making their money. But meanwhile, I mean, you'd think that would be, God, you'd think it would be illegal, right? It's something for the benefit of humanity. It would benefit, something that would benefit possibly every single person on this planet. But instead, the guy on top, the people on top decide, no, at their expense, at everyone else's expense, we're gonna make more money for ourselves. I think that should be illegal. I think it should borderline be considered a crime against humanity. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. That's what I'm thinking. Because imagine all the tech that's out there that hasn't been released. That's just sitting there in a crate somewhere. So what's the solution? How do we fix this? Somehow we got to get greed out of the market. Somehow we got to stop being so greedy. And it's in human nature to be very greedy. So I think you got to take humans out of the equation. I don't mean necessarily robots, but there's artificial intelligent technology, which can be great because it's very unbiased. But you can program it to say, oh, make as much money as you can for me. I'm not sure what we need. Maybe a good president, but the president is just a, you know, I mean, he's not the top dog who makes all the decisions anyway. I think the combination of decentralization, using blockchain technology, whatever blockchain you decide to use, combined with artificial intelligence, is probably the top two, followed closely by augmented reality. I think if you put all of the three of these together, virtual reality is in the two, I guess, but particularly augmented reality, but mainly the top two for this situation. Decentralization using blockchain and artificial intelligence. So, you know, it can be very scary because it's this unknown field that we're diving into, but we won't know till we get there. And here's another thing. Artificial intelligence has been stifled for a very long time also. You know that Chat GPT? I'm sure you guys heard about it. I read about that years ago. I mean, it was 10 years ago maybe. And what I read was that this technology was too advanced, too scary. They were saying you can just start typing something and it would just continue on and it would write a book for you, or it'd write an essay for you. I read about this shit like 10 years ago. And but you're only hearing about it now. It may have been, maybe it was 5 years ago. Either way, it was so long ago, and that technology has been swept under a rug so nobody can access it. It was I'm not exactly sure who prevented it. I think it was the U.S. government or some sort of official said it was too dangerous to release right now. I understand that. I understand. I do. We've got to be careful how quickly we release and let things like this take hold. But at the same time, we're delaying the inevitable. And we could be like delaying some very good things from happening. And I think it might be the artificial intelligence combined with blockchain technology that can help to make this world a better place. You know, less greed in the market, because you can have AIs running the companies. You can have decentralized autonomous organizations running a company. It can be pretty much like Uber without Uber. You know, you could have, instead of having a whole giant headquarters and facilities all over the planet, you could just have like one building here and there, or not even, you don't even have a building. You need an office with like one person, you know, and everything else could be run by the blockchain, by the DAO, the decentralized autonomous organization. If you're not familiar with DAOs, I'll make another video on that. It's a fascinating topic. It's sort of like self-driving cars that, you know, you go on an app on your phone, you type in, you need a ride. Self-driving car will come and pick you up. There's no driver. The transaction is all handled by the car or by the blockchain that runs the car through a smart contract. So like there's no people involved sitting at a desk having to do all the calculations, no accountants, none of that stuff. And here's what's trippy: it'll take you where you need to go. And then you can, let's say the car is, it needs gas. The dang thing will drive itself to the gas station. And either there'll be someone there to fill it up, or what's even better is another DAO, another decentralized autonomous organization that can mix in with the one that the car uses, or the same one. Pull it to the gas station, the pump automatically, you know, fills up the car. The transaction is done by the blockchain. You don't need as many people, hardly as many. Another scenario: take the car driving down the road and it realizes, oh, I need an oil change. It can drive itself to the car shop. It can drive itself to the maintenance shop, and then another decentralized autonomous organization can perform an oil change on this car. Or even a service, another service, like let's say it needs new tires. The car can order its own tires, you know, and it can take factors into play, take factors in like how many times the tires have broken loose when it's having to brake, you know, how many do the tires slip when it accelerates, so it can make decisions on what tires best to use next time around. It can also calculate by itself how long did these tires last versus the last set of tires, and the last set of tires, which ones were more efficient, which one's more effective. And these are not, this is not a human being doing this so that it can line its pocket with more money. This thing is running itself. It can be virtually free of human interference. It can just be self-sufficient. It's sort of all in the name. It's decentralized and it's autonomous, and it's like its own organism. The decentralized autonomous organism, right? Organism? What did I say it was? I don't remember. A DAO. Fascinating stuff. Let's say the car needs, the alternator's messing up, or that's a pretty bad one. It can, let's say it's broken down on the side of the road, but it's still got some juice. It's connected to the internet, of course. It can order itself a tow truck. The tow truck can come. It's a self-driving vehicle. It can get hooked up, take it to the shop. The car, while it not only orders the tow truck, but it orders the part that it needs. Let's say it's an alternator or a battery. Battery would be tough. If it can, I guess. Maybe it'd have a backup battery just for the computer. Order a new alternator, a new this, a new that. So that when it gets to the shop, boom, the decentralized autonomous organism. I don't know what I'm forgetting. The DAO will take care of it there with minimal need for human beings. And even the shop, oh, it needs more oil. The shop, the DAO running the shop will be able to order its own oil. Vending machine, same thing. The vending machine will be able to know, oh, I'm running low on Cheetos, so it'll order itself more Cheetos. The truck will come, self-driving truck. Little friggin' robot box thing will come out of the back of the truck, drive up to the vending machine, fill it up. There's gonna be no money. There's gonna be no cash transfer, because it's all gonna be done by central bank digital currencies, or hopefully something better, something decentralized. That's up to us. it's up to us to decide that. When I say us, I mean the people. That means like choose something truly decentralized over something that is just as decentralized as the US dollar currently is. So that's it, guys. Technology is supposed to be deflationary. It's supposed to make our lives so much better, but it seems like it's the people on top who are just trying to kick that dead horse till it stops spitting out money, or just wring out every last little drop that it can out of this situation, regardless of regardless of how impactful it could be on the human race. You know, if it could cause so much good, it doesn't matter, because what's more important to them is their bottom line and them making more money and being able to make, you know, another, I mean, we're talking serious money here. We're talking like, you know, millions of dollars in a year. It's crazy. All right, guys, this was a bit of a long one, but I got into a flow and I was enjoying myself. If you got any questions or anything you want to add, or any ideas for any other videos that we should talk about, let me know. I'm sort of trying to find an outlet, a way for me to express myself, and I need to get this YouTube channel thing going. It seems like it's got a lot of potential, not only for earnings, but also I feel like I've got at least some stuff to share, some insight, some introspective thoughts. I guess that's the word. Thanks a lot, guys. Again, my name's Al. This is the Nomadic Toolbox. If you like the content, feel free to leave a like, give me a thumbs up. You can subscribe to the channel if you want, and but leave me a comment. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me what you want to talk about. Let me know what you think about this whole technology issue. And have a nice day. Have a nice day, guys. See you later.